So in the first 6 practices, there's a very specific arc, moving inward to outward. In the first, we are opening ourselves to spirit. In the second, we are setting our intentions and our commitment to the inner work. And then moving to the external, honoring Mother Earth, acknowledging those that we love, those who need healing, and those whom we need to forgive. All of these practices in Mystic Flow, all of the practices from Chakra Flow, Body Mind Flow, all of the sequences have been meant to influence and inform the other. All of the information has been a journey to influence our body, our understanding of the body-mind connection, to our understanding of the way in which we can work with spirit to be of service to the final practice. This sequence will put together both the internally rotated poses and the externally rotated poses. It'll introduce poses that are way more complex, that'll require focus, commitment, breath, a sense of humor. It'll require time. But the prayer in this particular sequence is a dedication to our brothers and sisters who live with us on this planet that do not have access to the resources that we have, do not have the privileges that many of us take for granted. This is an acknowledgement to those who suffer because of inequality and violence. And it is an opportunity for us to serve these beings, to honor their reality and their circumstance, to send all of the energy within our heart to them wherever they are in the world, in the name of peace. I invite you to practice with these prayers, to feel them in your body, to let them integrate, to see how these prayers land in your cells. But there's also a secondary track. This track is meant to give you the opportunity to offer your own prayers. I'll say just a couple of words just to lead the meditation, to lead the prayer. And then it'll be up to you to introduce what's important to you that day, what's moving you, what circumstance, what person, what event that's happening in the world that is touching your own soul. It'll give you space to find your own words and see how that feels in your practice, so that every day you can do a different prayer, so that you can experience all the 7 different practices in a way that that really filter through you. In the 7th practice, in the one that's more advanced, there's a secondary track to that one as well that's also way more independent. But what I'll be introducing there in the sun salutes is a very specific ritual, a very specific invitation. And in those sun salutes, I'll also be bringing a reminder to the prayers that I've already suggested. So the more advanced program has a little bit of a different secondary track than the first 6, but it's still meant to be more independent and to give you space to create for yourself a prayer that's important to you, that speaks to you that particular day. I practice yoga to release the tension so that I can remember who I am, so that I can count on myself in conflict, in any challenge or chaos, to remain in my center so as to make healthy, open and loving choices